And mounting good, connecting. Does he want to keep this one going on now? Flashing in there, fully committed to taking out the support, but he can just hook the wall and walk away. Owner here as well. BLG getting a little antsy, it feels like. Over-forcing here, both on the bottom side and on the top side. Yes, they get the flash from Carrier, but they commit a lot of resources to make it happen.
Carrier's got Hex Flash, so he's actually not too worried about that one, but we're staying active. Shun.
Putting a little bit, immediately going to find the snare. Polymorphed and forced back. Ulti coming in, good damage on Elk, and he snipes him! They're just between the minions!
That was a duel at high noon. Oh my God!
Oh, Elk caught out immediately, the Lamb's respite, but he's pushed out! Carrier and Owner making it happen on the bottom side.
Carrier yoinks him off the Kindred ultimate under the tower. T1 answer.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, 1v1, Yagao versus Faker, but again, Yagao out of mana. No avenue left there as first strike comes back up. Bloodbath on the bottom side.
Oh, Daga, that was so beautiful. The AD carries drawing in the duel down there. Ultimate for Zap.
It's the Zap gap, right? Just barely manages to squeeze it through, but so well done. Elk getting that kill. Nice return, though, with Carey, as he said. Just barely managing to get that hook outside of the range of that Kindred ultimate will get the kill, but Elk now starting to rotate up. This is something we see a lot from the LPL teams where they're like, cool, we just want to get this Jinx as much gold and solo experience.
Yeah, it is very greedy, but that's why I really like to see teams fully commit to trying to get that secondary turret. The rewards are huge. Here it is, that's what we're talking about. It's an ult shot for a Zap shot.
That minion just betrayed him. It just walked out of the way. He said, nah, I'm good. Whoa. Zeus versus Yagao, but there's so much backup here. Zeus had a massive advantage, but Shun looking to take him down.
I mean, great job from BLG, immediately the roam up, and again, look at what they're doing with this Jinx, constantly keeping her solo, but Bin is also solo, and there's a lot more T1 members around.
Just waiting. Just looking for an angle to ult, trying to get away from the Maokai. Body blocks coming in, though. I don't think there's a way out of this one. It'll take him a little bit of time to tear through that health bar on the Scion. Bin flashing and ulting, the body block coming out as well. Owner gonna trade flash for flash. Gonna try to eat the wave here as soon as he goes zombie mode just to stop any further pressure from T1, but a clean pick on the bottom side.
They will manage to pick up the kill, but you can even see Yagao pushing in that top side, Elk getting pushed in the mid as well. So nice one for T1 to manage to get that kill. Just have to see if they can try and push that forward and actually threaten that tier 2 as Elk is in that mid lane. You even got the roam from Carey as well. BLG really need to respond to this bot lane pressure.
Faker stepping forward, doing a good amount of damage. Zap coming back in. Gale Force forward from Elk. Elk takes those. 2-level disadvantage, but the Gale Force power spike significant enough that he can turn that one with On backing him up. And now BLG looking to get control on the bottom side of the river.
1 second left on Elk's ulti. Does he? It's a long time between the chunk and the recall. He's not going to go for it.
That stop onto Shun is huge, though. He wanted to reset and get his Kraken Slayer. Now going to be late to the party. You can see he's trying to reset. May even stop it again here. Shun hasn't been able to reset, whereas you look at the Radiant Virtue already there for Owner. This is going to give a ton of presence here for T1 in the river as Dragon's about to spawn.
T1 have the push. There's a ward in the mid lane. Elk just trying to lay down a little bit of poke. Yoink. Stealing away the Maokai ultimate is big, though. Owner can't deny that by trying to twisted advance forward as there's no target.
Yep, that control ward giving the vision there. Yagao is able to get it for the dragon fight. They know, though. All right, now, watch this, Kennen. Zeus does not have flash. He does have Proto Belt, though. Fishing around, a lot of deep vision for T1 through the blue quadrant of the jungle. And BLG, they push the mid lane first, and they'll use that mid lane push on the minions to move into the river again. The classic 1-2 steps every team does to get access to the dragon.
Zeus has the flank angle. Yagao going to try to mark him and spot him out, but TP being channeled.
The top side.
Just going to keep the pressure up, willing to concede this Drake. TP being matched now. The dragon will go over to the side of BLG.
A lot of members of T1 moving up towards this top side, though. You can see Carrier was thinking about going for something on the top.
He's locked up under the tower. Bin trying to fire back. Oh, he just 1v1s him. What?
Let me see the beginning of that. Check the tapes.
I don't know what happened to Zeus there, but Bin absolutely bodying him underneath the tower. We need to recheck exactly what went down, but BLG now will actually have a bit of presence on the map now if they want to try and contest for this Rift Tail. You can see that with the way T1 is set up kind of defensively across that line, might be a bit tough. Looks like they're just happy to trade it for the bot lane turret for Yagao instead.
Getting that extra pressure, and again, we'll have to take a look back on what exactly went wrong there, but Scion definitely a champion you can't afford to overstep against, under tower at least, so the deficit not mattering here is Zeus maybe overconfident.
Minion wave, look at this minion wave.
Oh, he walked into it.
He pressed Q.
He walked into it.
That's a big oopsie in a very high-stake game. Bin No Billy this time around. The Lulu, though, still going to offer a lot of support for Elk in the fight to come. BLG on the cusp of Cloud Soul. T1 not as impactful as Ocean, but still can be hugely impactful. Need to be ready to fight this one. Yagao on the flank. Zeus fishing, has the ult up and available. Been an immovable object on the front line here.
This is Soul. BLG just have to kill the minion wave, and then they can, well, I guess they still have to check about a T1 Baron. T1 are that team that will flip the Baron if you too heavily commit to the Dragon, so they just send Shun.
Yeah, that's why Shun's going over, but Bane has been doing a really good job of matching carry, forcing him to hook away, and every time they do, Elk steps up. Now BLG just going to play it slow, make sure that they're not actually giving anything. T1 will start the Baron. Shun's a mile away.
This is a massive risk. Kuma has terrible guns for a fight. He has to burn through purple gun ammo as
Shun's not
fast
here.
as humanly possible. Still a 45 carry on the flank, looking for the angle. Immediate disengage all coming out from the Maokai. Zeus looking for an angle into the backside. He's trying to burn through Elk, but Elk pre-flashing out to try to make it to safety onto the backside as well. The 80 carry still standing. Kuma finally swapping guns, ready to keep the fight going, but T1 already routed. Shun coming up clutch. Resets coming in, and here is the orbital cannon bombarding onto the front and back line of T1 as they will bully them out of the pit and look to take the worm for themselves. It's a triple for Shun.
That's gonna be it. BLG wipe T1 off of the map. T1 knew they were backed into a corner here. They're facing Soul plus Baron spawn at the same time. Their only hope was to try and start it, and
Yagao's not done! This man's supposed to be the worst mid laner left in the top 4, but he just keeps showing up. He took down Chovy. He's looking to take down Faker as well.
yeah, nobody expected to say this, but you gapped everybody.
I mean, look, Two-Pace is looking real clean today. The fact that he's coming in and getting these kills onto Guma, you get the Annie in game 1 that looks great. He has a 68% career win rate on the Silas, and you're seeing why. Steals the Maokai ult, manages to draw the space there for Elk, and as you rightly pointed out, Elk gets the cleanse, flashes away from Zeus, so he's able to stay alive, outpaced them, and now Shun in the picture.
No, T1, this is not your jungle anymore. Carry cut down immediately. The stolen now going to come out. Bin with the follow-up. The blast cone will be enough to take on out to safety. No, it will not. He's healing. He's giving everything he can, but the mounting dread for T1 just continues to get worse and worse. Shun now pushing in, looking to take out Faker, looking to go for the 1v1. The Lamb's respite up and available. The pressure, BLG will not relent. BLG looking to break open the base in game 2.
BLG beat T1 in the first game with their style. They say we'll play the meta in game number 2, and Shun bringing out his pocket kindred to this tournament has looked fantastic, and T1 are going down.
And just continuing the Gale Force under tower. He does not give a damn about Kennen or anything on this rift. He has the win in his sights. BLG breaking down the first tower, breaking down the second. It's Guma versus the world, but Guma will not be enough in game 2. Yagao on the backside taking his time with Faker. They can just end. The Lamb's respite buys Guma a brief moment to watch his own Nexus fall. It is BLG against all odds at match point. What is happening?